Hey guys, it's Jackie and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm sharing 10 Coachella festival inspired hairstyles. So let's get started with hairstyle number 1, which is the simple side braid. So this video is actually sponsored by Lionesse, which is a luxury beauty brand offering hair, makeup, and skincare products. And I'm starting off with the Lionesse hair serum, and this has vitamin E and it's just really nice and hydrating for my hair, and it takes away the frizz. So this is a great first step for all of these hairstyles. And then after that, I'm using the Lionesse Heat Protective Straightening Cream because, you guessed it, we are starting off with straightening our hair. For all of these hairstyles, I'm going to be using the Lionesse Complete Ocean Blue set. It comes with a flat iron, a mini flat iron, and then a clipless curling one. So like I mentioned, I'm starting off with straightening my hair. So I'm just going to run the flat iron through my hair. And if you naturally have straight hair, you can totally just skip this step. So now we can move on to the first hairstyle. So I'm going to create kind of this deep side part and create a braid, and for this one you can do a Dutch braid, a French braid, whatever is easier for you to do. I just happen to do a Dutch braid because it's just easier for my hands to do, but any type of braid you do here is going to look really cute. So once you get to about right above your ear, maybe like half an inch above your ear, you want to go ahead and finish braiding regularly, so don't pick up any more hair, and just secure it with an elastic. And then I'm going to tuck it right behind my ear and bobby pin it to secure it down, and then we can flip our hair over to cover the bobby pin. And that is it for this first hairstyle. This next one is the braided faux hawk, and again, this is another great hairstyle you can do if you have naturally straight hair. If not, you can just go ahead and straighten it like I did. So I'm going to create a very deep part like this, and then I'm going to pick up the hair that's on the bottom half and create a braid. And for this, I'm doing a Dutch braid just because it's easier, but again, like the previous hairstyle, you can do whatever braid is easier for your hands to do. So I'm going to braid kind of going behind my ear and down by the side of my ear, if that makes sense, and then continue with a regular braid and then secure it with an elastic. Now we're going to create another deep side part on the other side and do the exact same thing. So you want to create another braid and just go back behind your ear and then down, if that makes sense. So back and then down. Now with the hair that's like in the center near your crown, you want to tease that. So I'm just taking a teasing comb and I'm just going to tease that back or brush it down to create some volume and height, so it gives us that mohawk look. And I'm using the Lionesse styling spray, which is just a hairspray, and it works really well actually. And so I'm just going to spray that to hold our tease in place. And then once we're done, it should look something like this. You just want to flip the hair back, and now we're just going to smooth it down with our brush and kind of style it and adjust it the way we want. And that is it for this faux hawk braided hairstyle, which is so edgy. I really like this one. You guys know I have an obsession with flower headbands, so hairstyle number 3 is the flower bun. So all you want to do is gather your hair at the top of your head and create a bun, a little top knot bun, nothing fancy here. And then grab your favorite flower headband, whichever one matches your outfit, and then you just want to wrap it around your bun and then kind of tie it in a shoelace in the back to secure it in place. And that is it. That's why I love these headbands that have like the strings that you can tie around your head. It's perfect to customize it any way you want with your hairstyle. I also love messy braids, so hairstyle number 4 is the messy side braid. So you want to take a headband of some sort, and then you want to take a few pieces of your hair in the front, kind of twist it back, and then tuck it behind the headband. So this kind of just gets it out of the way and gives it more of like a updo sort of look. And now gather the rest of your hair to one side so we can create a side braid. And for this one, I've never actually done a braid like this before, so this is a little different. So you want to take a small section first and divide that into 3 and do a braid, and then we're going to pick up hair and add that to our braid. So essentially it's very similar to like French braiding or Dutch braiding, but it's not like on the scalp of our head. So it's just going to be loosely braided all the way down like so. Now once you secure it with a hair elastic, you can tug apart the braid to make it look a little more full and voluminous, and a little more messy if you want to pull some hairs out. Totally cool too. I actually like to pull a few hairs in front of my ear to frame my face. And now I'm going to take the mini flat iron from Lionesse and I'm going to slightly curl these little hairs back, and I think it just adds a very soft, whimsical look to this hairstyle. Hairstyle number 5 is the maze braider, and I thought this one was a fun one and a little bit different. So you want to start with a braid at the top of your head, like the crown area, and again, you can do whatever braid works for you. I'm just doing a Dutch braid, so I'm going to braid that down about halfway and then secure it with an elastic. We're going to finish off this braid in a little, you will see, and then I'm going to take some hair above my ear and create a braid going back all the way down. Now with the hair underneath that braid, I'm going to do the exact same thing and go all the way down. So now we should have a total of 3 braids. So now we're going to switch sides, and I'm going to repeat that exact same thing to the next side. So in total we should have 5 braids. So now here comes the fun part. We're going to take the top side braids, if that makes sense, and twist it under the center braid, and we're just going to bobby pin those in place to get them out of the way. So we want to twist those under that braid, and then I'm going to continue braiding that center braid all the way down. So now those side sections that we twisted underneath are kind of like trapped in that braid, so it gives it kind of that maze effect. So now I'm going to hold the 2 side sections as if they were one section, and then braid that with the middle section and just do a simple 3-strand braid, and I think this looks so cool. If you have long hair, this is gonna look so freaking awesome, I'm telling you. And I just think this would be so cool for Coachella because all your hair is out of your face, and like I know it gets hot because it's in the desert, so this might be a great hairstyle to try. So the next one is the epic flower crown. You guys know I'm obsessed with flower crowns, but this one is a massive, obnoxious size flower crown. And for this one, I like to curl my hair, so I'm going to use the clipless curling wand from the Ocean Blue set from Lionesse. And it does come with the little glove, which is really nice and handy, so I don't burn my hand. So I'm just going to quickly curl my entire hair, and I'm just twisting the hair behind, or twisting it back on the curling wand so that all of my curls are facing away from my face, like this. And then now all we gotta do is add our big flower crown. Oh, and I wanted to mention, you can create, if you don't have like a clipless one, you can create the same effect with the braids with a curling iron that has a clamp like this. This is a 1.5 curling iron from Lionesse, and you just want to hold the hair back like this with a clamp up, and then once you let it go, you get the same effect of the same like type of curls. Now for my favorite part, the massive flower crown. My mom actually made this. I get most of my flower crowns from her Etsy shop, but I'm just going to tie this behind my head like a shoelace, and that is it. That's it for this hairstyle. It's so easy and so festive and fun. I love this. If I went to a music festival, this is how I would go. So here's another super easy hairstyle that you can do on top of the curls that we just created. So I'm just going to take a small section of hair at the top and just smooth it down and adjust it the way I like, and then secure it with an elastic. Now I made these 2 chains in a previous hairstyle video, but literally it's just chains attached to a bobby pin. It's so simple. So I'm just going to bobby pin it towards the front near my ear, and then back where the little elastic is, so that way they cross. And then this is what it should look like in the back, and it's just super simple, super cute, and it gives it that bohemian touch. Kind of obsessed with this one. Number 8 is the half up double buns, and I think this looks so cute because of the nice little soft curls that we created. So you want to split your hair wherever you normally part it, and then split that part right behind and like meet it with the part in front of your ear. I don't think that made any sense, but you see what my hands are doing, and that makes sense, right? So now just smooth up the hair at the top and then twist it into a little bun, like a top knot bun. And it's really that simple. And then we're just going to repeat the same thing onto the next side, and once we have both of those secured with little elastics, that is it for this hairstyle. I think it's so cute. Like I said, I think the soft waves that we created really tie this look together. This next one is called hat and braids because we have a bunch of peekaboo braids, and then we're just going to top it all with a hat since it is going to be really hot and sunny. You want to protect your face. So I'm going to just split my hair and kind of divide it into sections and braid underneath those sections, so that way we can create a bunch of peekaboo braids, and you can do however many you want. I think I ended up doing a total of 4 on each side. I think maybe I counted wrong, I'm not sure. Something like that. Now to finish off this look and give it that Western Bohemian vibe, we're going to finish it with a big floppy hat, and I really like the color brown for festivals. So that is it for this hairstyle. And last but not least, we have the braided crown, and I know I've done a bunch of hairstyles featuring this particular type of braid, and I was really inspired from a picture that I saw of Vanessa Hudgens. So what we're going to do is create a really deep side part and then create a Dutch braid. So for this one, you actually do want to have a Dutch braid because we're going to pull it apart so that it's really nice and full on the top of our head to give it that crown effect. So you want to just Dutch braid all the way down until you have no more hair to grab. And then we're going to take this braid, and first we're going to pull it apart. So I like to hold the hair and gently pull it apart to make it nice and big. And then with the tail of the braid, we're going to tuck that behind our ear and bobby pin it to the nape of our neck. And I just use 2 bobby pins to do that. And with the waves that we created, I think this just looks really cute, really like bohemian, soft, flowy, and it's just really, really pretty. So that wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments which hairstyle was your favorite, and if you try any out, make sure you send me pictures on Snapchat, Twitter, or Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, have a magical day.